Hey Leo, welcome to your August reading and happy birthday. Now, as soon as I said that, Spirit was like singing, you know, Stevie Wonder, that, I'm not going to sing it. Welcome to Natural Mystic Messages. My name's Renee and let's get into your reading. Okay, let's pull some oracle and find out what the general gist of what's going on with you is. I've suddenly just taken on party energy, which is great because I just did Aries reading and theirs was heavy. So let's hope for better news for you, Aries. Okay. We have Balancing Act. This is the second time this card has come up in my readings, where as a collective, we're definitely reevaluating things, and I think that's where you're at, Aries. Maybe this is a significant year for you. Significant age, 33, 44, and it's asking you to sort of reevaluate, or you're feeling the push to reevaluate your life and where you're at and what changes you want to make. Nothing else is coming out. I just call you Aries. Sometimes I get a little muddled as I'm going through the signs. Leo, there we go. Compass. Direction. Some of you may be feeling the loss of not being able to travel. Some of you may have had cancelled travel plans. Maybe they were for your birthday and you weren't able to go through with them, so you're sort of feeling the loss of that. For others of you, you're sort of you're seeing yourself go in a direction that may be out of character for you, or out of character for what the people around you expect of you. You may be wanting to take a new path, but you're feeling sort of uncomfortable about the direction. It may not be your thing, you know, it may be so far out of your comfort zone, or you may be worried about what other people will think, or you may just be on a path that just doesn't feel right. You may be feeling all that stuff on the path you're on, and you're wondering how you strayed so far from where it is you thought you were going, basically. Interesting. There's a lot of mental stuff going on here, a lot of thought. You're finding yourself lost in thought, or maybe you've got too many choices of which way to go. Maybe you're everything's changed so much that now you're like, well, what do I do now? Where do I go now? I think for a while you were enjoying, if that is you were enjoying sort of not being tied down to anything, but now you're looking for some direction. I'm wondering if you're wanting to move into a career that is more or just a lifestyle that's more of service. So maybe you're not the job you're in, or the relationship you're in, or whatever, or maybe just the friend circle you're in. Maybe you're outgrowing it and you're finding yourself wanting to be more of service to others, and you're finding that when you do things that are of service to others, it sets your soul on fire, and that's where your joy is, and that's like your soul path and your soul contract. But you're sort of figuring out, maybe you'll take a pay cut. Maybe it means the people you're around are too materialistic. Maybe you're looking at your partner and wondering what it was you saw in them originally. But there is something that's sort of eating at you, Leo, and you're wanting change and you're wanting direction. Okay, so it was going to go a little heavy there, but it's sort of lightening up a little bit. We have the Ace of Wands. Now, while this card is very phallic, and if I hold it still enough, you'll be able to see why. It also is the card of inspiration and fire and passion and all those type of things. So it could be in the bedroom, or you could be you may have found what it is that sets your soul on fire, and you may be finding it in a new community, or you may have visited, I don't know, a wellness center or something like that. There is something external to you that you've seen and you've locked your eyes on it and you thought, that's it, that's what I want. That gives me the feeling that I have been searching for, and it fills the void in me that one, you may not have known you had, or two, you've known for a while there's been a void there. You just haven't known how to fill it. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Leo, I'm running out of breath. I'm running out of breath doing your reading because it's almost like you're so excited by whatever this change is or wherever it is you want to go, that the excitement's almost making you breathless. You know, when a little kid has something exciting and they come to you and they're telling you and they've ran all the way there and they're speaking a million miles per hour. That's how I'm feeling. So what is it that's holding you back, Leo? Why? Is it the compass? Do you not know how to get there? Will it mean you have to study? Is there too much change? Will it mean you end a relationship? What is the situation? What is the block that's stopping you from getting to this place that's giving you so much excitement? Or whatever it is, it's about to change. So we have the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. Sorry, had a total mental blank there. I think it was all that excitement. So these pretty much mean the same thing. This means the end of stress, the end of the battle, the end of more physical for me. When I look at this card and in relation to this reading, it feels like a physical battle. So if you've been scared to tell friends or family you want to make this change or end a relationship, or maybe it's children that you haven't wanted to tell, I don't know, there's something external to you. I feel like you're about to, or they're about to come to you with and ask you what's going on and why everything's changed. And this one here, this is the end of the battle that goes on internally. The sort of, this isn't what I want. I don't want to do this. And then sort of not wanting to rock the boat. So you're having that moment of, no, I can do this. It's fine. It's fine. I'm being silly. I'm not going to make all those changes. I'll just do it. And that sort of push and pull has left you exhausted and feeling a little bit worse for wear and wondering when you're going to get yours. But being also at the same time, definitely hearing you're scared of being the bad guy. That will be temporary. You're better off coming out and having this conversation with and getting it over and done with, is what Spirit is telling me very clearly. So there's a, rather than trying to juggle, maybe you're wanting to let go of an extra responsibility. It could be caring for a family member. There's something that's draining you of what makes you happy. Okay. So if it's finances you're worried about, Spirit's saying that will change very quickly. So if you're coming out of a situation that might leave you needing to find a new home, with a loss of a second income, or just moving to a job that has less of an income, that situation will be very short-lived. You won't feel the strain that you think you're going to feel. Physical items you need, money you need, that they will manifest as you make this decision. So the universe is saying step forward and we will step with you, basically. Okay, so along with those cards, we have the card of sort of packing up and moving on. But then it's come up with the Knight of Swords. So when I put these two cards together, this one's saying, yep, it's time to move on. It's time to, whatever the situation is, it's time to do what feels right for you. But this Knight of Swords, which would be usually moving quite quickly and getting things done and getting things sorted, is reversed. So something is stopping you. And I asked that at the start of the reading, what is it that's blocking you? Spirit's saying, take a good look at that. Take a moment, go through it. Is it as bad? Will it be as bad as you think it will? Are you assuming that the people involved won't take it the way you need to? have you built it up to be worse in your head than it needs to be? Because on the flip side, Spirit's saying anything you need will come. Whatever it is, it can be worked through, and you won't be left in lack if you do what's right for you. Oh, okay. Let's clarify some of these cards. So let's look into this block, because it keeps coming up. Oh, for some of you, it's new love. For some of you, you've met someone, or it doesn't even have to be that you're interested in them. You just met someone that made you realize there's a lot of things lacking in the relationship you're in. You may not want to be with them, and maybe with someone else. It's less to do with the physical side of wanting a relationship with someone, and more to do that it highlighted what you were missing in your situation. Okay, so the Hierophant, for some of you, you may have to move into study to get to where you want to be, and that's scary. You know, especially if you already studied to get to where you were, and having to come out and say to people, hey, I know I spent 4 years at university, I'm in X, Y, and Z debt, but that's not what I want to do, and it's okay, we can change our mind. We don't have to, we're not in a time, we're not in the 50s where you went to a job and you stayed in that job for the rest of your life. That kind of thinking doesn't sort of fit to today's society. Things change, we change, and we evolve at such a different rate than the generations before. And even if you're from the generations before, you're now evolving the same way we are. People are awakening. They're awakening to who they really are, and I think you've awoken to who you really are. And it doesn't have to be a physical studying. It can be like going to a building. With COVID, a lot of things are going online now. You can actually study alongside doing your job if you can fit that time in. Things have changed. I mean, obviously, you'd have to be living under a rock to not realize that, but things have changed in a way that I think we can evolve with, and we can move with, and we can work it into our lives so we don't have to stay stuck anymore. Okay, Leo. Let's go 2 more, and then we'll go some Oracle. Okay. Okay, I am not at all surprised that the Lovers have come out. For me as a reader, if it's not 100% a love reading, the Lovers always says, do you want to? This is a decision to make. Do you want to be in a situation that may cause, like, it'll keep you out of short-term discomfort, but it won't create lasting, long happiness? This is the decision that will plummet you. Plummet? No, that's kind of a negative word. Boost you into the life that makes you happy. You've just got to be brave enough to make it. 4 of Coins. Seek advice. Seek advice. If it's, no matter what the situation is you're dealing with, seek advice from people outside of you. Sometimes saying it out loud and talking to people can help. We can create things in our head to make the situations much bigger than they are. If you say it out loud to someone, and just to get the word, that you don't even need great advice back, it suddenly starts to unravel. And it's not as stressful as it was before. And then we have the High Priestess. Just go with your intuition. Go with what your gut says. But trust what your gut says. Trust that you know what's right for you. Okay. Let's pull from the Music Oracle. And we'll see what the universe wants to tell you. Okay, there we go. Okay, we have Dolly Parton. Caution will get you nowhere. She's absolutely gorgeous. There's a couple on here. The most precious dime stone. If I could read, that would be great. The most precious diamonds are sometimes disguised as rhinestones. Now, this is the Music Oracle, and all the decks I have will use today will be listed below. And also information, if you'd like something more detailed and specific to your situation for a reading, look below. It's really simple. Just send payment through PayPal, send the messages, the questions you'd like to ask to my email. Turnaround has been super quick. It was 5 days. I'm now getting them out in 2 to 3 thanks to COVID and homeschooling. So that is the end of your reading. I will see you next week. If you haven't had your birthday yet, happy birthday. If you have, happy birthday. Happy sun. It's time to stop the reading. Enjoy, Leo.